Okay, so for the online guys, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you please confirm me once? Fine. So till now I'm not speaking anything, so don't worry, okay? So it's just an audio glitch. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the project called Docker microservice project, okay? So let me connect to the servers and let me explain the project for you very quickly. T2 medium only I have taken. Medium only, na? Oh, definitely. Otherwise, servers will be stuck, okay? Why? Because we are having multiple containers now, so definitely you need to take T2 medium. For worker nodes, T2 micro is fine, but for manager, T2 medium is mandatory for this project, okay? So I have taken all of them as T2 medium, but only for manager is mandatory, for worker it's like optional. So I have taken 3 different servers. First of all, I'll make it them as cluster, okay? I'll explain the blueprint for all of you first, so then you can get some clarity. So guys, here, this is the repository, what I'm using for the project. You'll be having the complete process information, okay? So you can go and see here. Coming to the process, what is the step number 1 we are going to do? We are going to create 3 servers with T2 medium and install Docker on all of them and make it cluster. First of all, install Docker on all of them by copying these 3 commands. Go for multi-execution mode, guys. Sudo -i. And if I want to paste on multiple servers, you can have the option called multi-paste. I copied the content. If I click on multi-paste, automatically it is going to be pasted, okay? So your Docker has been installed. Next thing is here you are going to set the host name. What I'm going to set? Tell me the command. First one is second one will be worker node. That's it. So now how to make it cluster, sir? Go to manager node, give the command docker swarm init. Is the AC on there? Copy the token and paste it here. Here and next here also. Now give the command docker node ls. Are you seeing the nodes are done now? So it is your step number 1 in the project. For create them, make them as docker swarm, and instead of docker swarm init, you can use -hyphen advertise and private IP address of manager node. You can also do like this, but it's not recommended, okay? Next, here you are going to install Jenkins on Docker Manager. Where you are going to install? So currently, where is my manager node? It is my manager node. So vim jenkins.sh. So I'm quickly installing the Jenkins here. So in the meanwhile, I'll be going and explaining the concept. So guys, here the things will work like this. In real time, for example, let's take, I'll be having multiple developers. Multiple developers will be pushing the code to where at the end of the day? So already you know this point. So here consider I'm having multiple developers like developer 1. Let me maximize this one for you. Developer 2, developer 3, developer 4. So I'm pushing the developer 1 code here, developer 2, 3, and 4. So developer 1 is working on a service called movies. Let me write them here. Developer 1 is working on which service? Movies. Developer 2 is working on train. Developer 3 is working on DTH. Developer 4 is on recharge. Let me add like this. Is it fine now? So developer 1 is on movies, developer 2 is on train, developer 3 is on DTH, and developer 4 is on recharge. Fine. So next year, what I'm going to do is, sir, once developer push the code to the GitHub, generally we'll be taking the code to where? Jenkins. So here I'm going to create the continuous integration server called Jenkins. Of course, it is both my Jenkins as well as my Docker Swarm Manager. So I'm going to write, it is my Jenkins as well as I install here Swarm Manager. I'm going to call it as Swarm Manager. If I take the code from the GitHub, from the Jenkins, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the image. What I'm going to do? So it is my Jenkins as well as my manager node. So I'm going to take here and this will be my worker nodes. So I'm going to take it as my Swarm worker node 1 and Swarm worker node 2. So these I have joined as my worker nodes. Where I have joined them? So it is my worker 1. Okay, fine. So here what exactly you are going to do is you are going to build the image. What I'm going to do? Sir, after building the image from here, you are going to push the image to the Docker Hub. Where you are going to push? Docker Hub. So it is my Docker Hub. So like all of you know, Docker Hub will be on the cloud. So it is my Docker Hub. Docker Hub. So this is the project. Okay. So developers will write the code and they'll push it to the GitHub. So it is my GitHub repo, I can say. So from the GitHub, we are going to take the code to the Jenkins server, which is also my Docker swarm. Here, what I'm going to do? Build the image. Once Jenkins build the image need to be uploaded to the Docker Hub. So after uploading the image to the Docker Hub, again in the manager node, I'm going to do the stack deploy. That means with the help of the Docker Compose and Docker Swarm, I can do something called as deployment. Which one? So for the deployment, I'm going to use the concept called Docker Swarm plus Docker Compose. Okay. But all of the entire process need to be done with the help of the pipeline. So for the entire process, I need to create something called as pipeline. What I'm going to create here? So everything, whatever if you are doing in the project, so everything need to be done with the pipeline series only. So as a part of the project, here the first two steps has been successfully done. What are the first two steps here we can see? Step number 1 will be creating them as a cluster. Step number 2 is will be installing the Jenkins. So already if you can see, my Jenkins has been successfully running on the Docker Swarm manager. I'll copy the public IP address. And what is the port number of Jenkins? 8080. I think all of you are comfortable with the what we call this one manual process of how to build the image, how to tag it, and how to push it. If that is clear, then the project will be very easy for you. And one more thing, whatever we are doing in the Jenkins GUI, output will be storing on the Jenkins server in the workspace. What is the default workspace? Correct. Varlib Jenkins. Fine. So in step number 3, I think all of you know this one. If you go and see here, in step number 3, you need to create the Docker file to build a custom image. I think all of you know this file, right? And we need to take the code from index.html from W3 schools. So I think you are familiar with this one. Done. So guys, if we go to this particular repository, in this particular repository, we have the entire code. Let me make it as duplicate tab. So if we go to the Docker file, are you seeing the Docker file here? Same Docker file, all of us know. Next here, what you are seeing, I'm seeing the index.html. Currently, let's take my developer one is pushing the code. Who is developer one here? The person who is working on the movies code is my developer code. So let's take here, I'm taking the movies code. Paytm movies. Save that. So if you can go and see here, currently I have given the movies code. So now what I'll be doing? So as per this diagram, first of all, from the GitHub, code need to come to which server? Jenkins. So I think all of you know how to write pipeline for it. Tell me the process. I'm gonna use Docker pipeline. Next. So tell me the pipeline script here, all of you. Pipeline. Steps. Inside this, I am getting the code from Git. So directly, as you can see, I'm on which branch here? Master. So for master, no need to specify the branch name. Directly, you can copy paste this one. But here you are getting the error. Okay, it's gone now. So it is my stage number 1. Click on save and click on build now. Automatically, the output will be coming to where? Workspace call var lib Jenkins workspace. Wait, it's still building now. Wait. And here you can see the pipeline got failed. Why it got failed? Okay, missing one expected closing brace. Give me a second. There was a closing brace that was missing. Yeah, here there is no closing brace for this one. Click on build now. So now you can go and check out here, workspace. So Docker pipeline project. So if you can go and see, are you seeing the Docker file here? Are you seeing the index.html? Tell me the command to build the image now. You have the Docker file and you have the code. Tell me the command to build the image. V1. Correct or not, sir? Sir, if I run this command here, it is going to be manual approach. Next, I want to run the same command for train. Next, recharge DTH. So every time if I run the command here, it is going to be manual. So if I put the command on pipeline, automatically the command will run for next time or not, sir? So to make it automate, we are going to run this on pipeline. So next stage number 2 will be build steps sh, give this command. Clear now? So whenever if I click on build now, automatically it will get the code and automatically it is going to run the image. But tell me one thing, currently I am building movies image. Why? Because the code I am having is movies code. In future, developer will give the train code. Automatically this is going to change as train. If developer give the recharge code, now I need to write here. If developer give the DTH code here, now I'm going to write here. Correct. So whenever the values are going to change, we need to make the values as variables. So I'm going to take the variable as image. What I'm going to take? To pass the input for the variables, which concept we're going to use? Parameters. Click on add parameter. Choice. So what is the name of the variable? Image. So movies is one of the parameter. So train is one of the parameter. DTH. That's it. So if I click on save, now developer mentioned me he has given the movies code. So if I click on movies here, automatically in the pipeline, that dollar image is going to replace as movies or not, sir? That's it. So if the value is repeating, take it as variable. To pass the input, use parameters. That's it. But it is going to fail. It is going to. The reason why it got failed is process is correct, but we need to give some additional permission for the daemon. So in the step number 4, I have mentioned this very, very clearly. If you go and check here, in the step number 4, we need to give the permission. There is a daemon called docker.sock. It is on var run docker.sock. So by default, we need to give permission for it whenever if you are using it with the third-party service called Jenkins. So give the executable permissions, reload the daemon, and restart the Docker. If you don't do this one, your daemon will not run. If you want me to show the output, if you go to the pipeline here. So guys, already we discussed this pipeline is not going to show like previously. You can see the pipeline like this now. Okay. Previously, there is no such thing called stages. But in the newer version, if you want to see stages, click on stages. In the build, what happened here? Output got failed. Why it got failed? You can check the logs here. In the logs, what you can see here? Var run docker.sock permission got. So we need to give permission for it. So reload the daemon and restart the Docker. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So here already I'll be having these commands. So copy them very clearly and execute them. If you do it, then that will work properly. So now the Docker has done successfully restarted. Go to the pipeline and you can click on build with parameters. Select movie and click on build. Automatically it is going to build the image now. Correct, funny. So you can go and see, is it working or not, sir? In the meanwhile, if I go and see, if I give the command docker images, I can see the new image called movies v1. It is building now. Wait, still wait. Still building. Wait for some time. Is it done now? Now, if I go and check docker images, are you seeing a movies v1 got created? Already said, whatever you do in the Jenkins console, output will come to the server. In Jenkins console, I build the image, output came. Sir, after building the image, now if I want to push it to Docker Hub, what I need to do? I need to tag it. So again, for to tag, write the command on the pipeline. Go for configuration. Go here. So I write the stage name as tag. Inside stage, right? Steps. sh. How to tag the image? Tell me. Docker tag image. Why? Because image name will change. Take variable. And I need to give repo. Currently, I'll push it to Paytm movies. Later, I'll push it to some other image, like other repo called Paytm train. Later I push it to some other repo called Paytm DTH. Okay. So when the repository is also going to change, we need to take it as variable. Again, for the variable, what is the input I want to give here? Parameters. Add parameter, choice. What is the variable name? So first repo will be movies repo. Which repo? Second repo will be, guys, repository's name, it's completely fine, up to your choice. Next, DTH repo. And final one, recharge. But before that, you need to give the username. Without username, can we tag the image? No. So username is Ani Taluri 00/. This will be common for all of them. Done? Click on save. Click on build with parameters. Now tell me, developer gave me movies code. I'm building on movies image and I'm pushing it to movies repo on Anil user. So click on build now. Once you tag the image, automatically here you can see the Docker images. You can see the tagged image. Are you seeing the tagged image got created now? So once you build the image, after you tag the image, what is the next step you want to do? You want to push it. So the last stage will be push. So inside steps, sh, tell me the command docker push $repo. You need to push this one, right? You need to push the repo. First of all, I want to show you the error. Okay, let me tell you. So if I click on save and if I click on build with parameters, now I am selecting movies, click on build now. Now automatically if I try to push this one, ultimately I'll be going to get some error. Why? Because it is telling that denied. Why? Because requested access to source is, sir, without giving the username and password, how can you push the image? You can't, right? So that is the reason why your Docker pipeline got failed. So now here, how can you give the username and password? Means simple. Just to go here, sh, give the command docker login. -u stand for username. What is the username? And -p stand for, see, if I directly give the password here, it is going to show me the error. That is the reason for the password, I'll put some variable. What is the name of the variable? Password. I think if you remember the concept of Jenkins variable, how many kind of variables we are having? Local and global. So I'll be going and I'll be defining the variable on the global. So how to define the global variable? Very easy. So first of all, let me save here till now. How to define the global variable, sir? Go to manage Jenkins. Go to the system. In the system, you can see something called as variables. No funny, there is no need to download any plugin for this project, okay? Go for environment variables. Click on add. Name of the environment variable will be, and here you are going to define the value. So in this way you can do. Of course, you can use environment variables also, which I'm going to tell you on upcoming days, how to use the environment variables as password. But as of now, here I'm defining the password. Give me a second. Let me stop the screen. Okay, guys, here I have set the password in the global variable. So what I can do is here in this pipeline, I have given Docker login. So username will be Anit Aluri 00 and password I have defined where in the global environment variable. So click on save. Now if I click on build with parameters, developer give me which code? Movies code. I want to push it to Anit Aluri account to the movies repo. Click on build now. Automatically code will be taken, image will be built, it will be tagged, it is going to push. If you go and see in the Docker Hub, if I go to Docker Hub, I can see that I can see that image. Again, Anil, come in one more time. So click on sign in. Username is there. Password, please. So I pushed the image, right? I need to show it now. But the unfortunate thing is like today I'm getting more akali now. I'm very hunger today. So now guys, you can go and see. Is the movies repos got pushed or not, sir? That's it. Okay. So this is the process of pushing the Docker Hub image. Simple. First of all, what you take the code. What you take here? That code you are going to do after building tag. After tagging, that's it. So now eventually when developer 2 gives the code, what will happen now? Guys, I'll tell you what is our life as a DevOps engineer. Okay, I'll tell you. See, let's assume that developer 2 has given the code. Developer 2 code is which one? Train code, right? Let's consider here developer 2 telling me that. So DevOps engineer, I have given the train code. Which code? So you can see the developer 2 got changed. Once developer 2 change the code, what happened? No, he's going to tell us. So we have changed the code. You build the image and push to Docker Hub. Now as a DevOps, what we do, build with parameters. Tell me developer 2 given me which code. So I want to build which image and I want to push it to which repo. That's our life. Automatically it will take the new train code, it will build it and it is going to push to Docker Hub. If you want me to show, go to the Docker Hub and click on refresh. Are you seeing train repo? Now after that, developer 3 will tell that, hey DevOps engineer, I have given the DTH code on the GitHub. So I have given the new code. Now what you gonna do? Just push that, build that image and push it to Docker Hub. Now as a DevOps, what we do? Build with parameters, which code he has given, and which repo I want to push to. That's it. Selecting the parameters, clicking on build now, and relaxing. That is a DevOps engineer life. Really, guys, that's what I do on the real-time organization. Writing the pipeline is difficult, but once you write the pipeline, आराम से सो सकते. Okay. Now, after eventually, developer 4 tell me that I want to give the recharge. So you given me the recharge code now. Now what I'll do, sir? I'll go to pipeline. I'll select here which parameter and send it to recharge. That's it. I don't do anything here. Developer give me the code. I click on build with parameters. I select the parameters. I click on below. That's it. Automatically, if you can go and see in the Docker Hub, am I able to see the DTH code or not, sir? I'm like DTH and recharge. How easy it is? Very easy or not? So this is the way how the things will work for you. Same thing. And one more thing here, I forgot to give recharge repo. Oh, wait. I forgot to give. Let me do it, push it one more time. Let me delete this one. Why? Because unfortunately I have given the, okay, fine. Like, you can go and you can do it. You can remove this also. Let me delete this repository. How to delete the repository? Go for settings. delete repository, give the name of the repository. That's it. I just want to repost this one. Wait. So he has given the recharge code now. You can see it very, very clearly. We have recharge code. Now I'll be going, click on build with parameters. I want to build a recharge repo. I mean like recharge image, and I want to push it to recharge repo. Automatically, if you can go and see, within seconds, the image will be pushing to the Docker Hub. You can go and click on refresh. Are you seeing the all the repos here now? Movies repo, train repo, DTH repo, recharge. Now, as per the diagram, developers give the code, we take to the Jenkins, we build the image and we push it to the Docker Hub. But the entire concept is automated with the help of which concept? Pipeline concept. Which concept? Now tell me, is writing the pipeline for Docker image and pushing to Docker Hub clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm is the pipeline clear for all of you or not? Of course, you can also use webhook also, but in real time, simply we can't use webhook directly. Okay, all the times we don't use it. Oh, let's have a dinner tonight. Huh? Basically, I'm on diet. Fine. So it was clear for all of you. Great. Sir, can't we use webhook? Guys, again, I'm telling, if you ask me, in my real time, we never use it webhook. It depends upon your working style. If you want to use it, you can use it. The disadvantage of webhook, unfortunately, if developer completed the wrong code, basically it won't happen. But unfortunately, he completed the wrong code. Automatically, pipeline will be triggered, which is not a good thing. So directly, we can't use it. In real time, a lot of the organizations won't use webhook. Whereas the project I worked, I don't prefer to use webhook. Of course, it can automate my deployment. But even though if you use webhook, definitely we need to provide manual approval or not, sir. So that's the reason I won't use webhook. Okay, that's it. And what is the use of worker node? That's what we are going to discuss now, Anil. Just wait for a moment. So till now, you done the image uploading to the Docker Hub. Now, what is my requirement? I want to deploy the movies container, train container, DTH, and recharge container to the multiple nodes. Tell me one thing. If I want to manage multiple containers, which concept I can use? No, Swarm, man. Compose. Which one? Docker Compose can manage multiple containers on single host. But in real time, can I deploy the complete containers on the single server? Yes or not? No, man. Why? Because if I deploy all the containers on single node, if I lost that node, what will happen? My entire application will be out or not, sir? So definitely we need to use Docker Swarm. What we need to use? The interesting fact is Docker Compose will work on only single server. Docker Swarm will work on multiple servers. Now how you can collaborate them? Docker Compose, multiple containers on single host. But Docker Swarm, single container on multiple host. Quite opposite. Now how you can make them together? Ille. Think. Think and let me know. In the meanwhile, I have some water at least. Drink some water. Drink it. Hurry, drink it, man. Is it good water? I'm feeling something suspicious. That is the reason I have given. Like I was thinking, is it only for me or like you also try it? Uh, Something like different kind of smell, right? Yeah. They might mix it something on there. Huh? Fine. Some different smell is coming, right? From the water? Huh? Hmm. Thank you. Fine. So now here you can go and see what exactly I'm going to do is, sir, Docker. You can go and see here the process. If you go to the top, see Docker Compose to create multiple containers on, but Docker Swarm is to create single container on. So now I want to deploy multiple containers on multiple servers. So that is the reason why we are going to use Docker Stack. Which one? Here R is missing. Let me add the R. So it is what we can call as Docker Stack. So Docker Stack can be able to deploy multiple containers on multiple servers. That means it's a combination of Docker Swarm plus Docker Compose. Is the point clear for all of you now? Yes. So now what I'll be doing here? Here I'm going to create the Docker Compose. I think all of you know Docker Compose, right? So this is the Compose file. What is the version here I'm using? So services, what is my service number one? Movies. So image I am getting from Anirudh account. So let me modify this one. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be going and removing the username here. So we are having Neet Alluri 00 movies repo. Which one? Movies repo. So here what is the port number, sir? 81. Deploy. Deploy means you want to deploy in multiple replicas. How many replicas you want for the movie service? 3. Similarly for train also, from Anil user, I'm going to take the train repo. There I have the image with the redis tag. What is the port number? And how many replicas? And for DTH also, I am taking the Anil user here. I have the DTH repo. I am taking the image from the tag latest. Port number will be 83 and replicas. How many replicas I have? And recharge again from the same Anil user. Recharge repo I have. Here I have the latest tag. What is the port number? 84. And how many replicas you are having? 3. So already you know how to write the Docker Compose file. So here I'm just modifying the file. If I click on commit the changes, now what the thing you are going to do is, with the help of this compose file, you are going to deploy the multiple containers. Are we going to deploy multiple containers or not, sir? But where you are deploying on the multiple servers called Docker Swarm. How you can do is, in the same pipeline, if I click on configure, I can go here, write the last stage called deploy. What is the last stage? Deploy. So here what I can do is steps, and I'll be doing sh. With the help of Docker stack, I am deploying the application. What I am doing, I am deploying the application. What is the name of the application? Paytm. Which one? From the compose file, right? So put -f. What is the name of the compose file? Docker -compose.yml. So again, with the help of the Docker stack, what I am doing, I am deploying the application. What is the name of the application? Paytm. And the input I am getting from the file called Docker compose file. Okay. So now, even though if you don't use Docker compose file, you can use Raham compose file. Anything is fine. But I am putting the standard name called Docker compose file. So if I click on save, let's rebuild the last application. So click on recharge and again recharge. Guys, you cannot give the movies image now. Why? Because in the GitHub, currently which code is running? So again, you need to rebuild the recharge only. If I build movies now, I'll get 2 movies containers. That is going to be wrong. So build here recharge, click on build now. Automatically, the same code will get now. You can go to the pipeline here. In the pipeline, you can see the stages. Checkout done, build done, tagging done, pushing done, but deployment got. Why it got failed? Just go and check. What happened here? What is the name of the compose file here? Docker compose file I put, correct or not, sir? But here I cannot give -f. Simply I need to put something called as -c. What I need to put here? Instead of -f, put -c. So before I execute, I'll go and show you the process, guys. And one more thing, here you have something called as pipeline. In the pipeline, you can see it. What I have given here, -c. So now it is going to work now. So click on go to stage and you can run from here also. You can click on build here also. From here also you can run. Build man. Wait, let me go back and build better. I need to select the parameters, right? Recharge, recharge, build. Now come to the stages here. Is it deploying now? Done. So now what you can do is copy the public IP address of manager node. Which node? You can open the same tab. What is the port number 81? Movies. Wait, 81 movies. And what is the port number 82? Is it coming? Port number 83? DTH. And port number 84? So now you can see here, all the particular ports are running safely on the manager node. See, recharge. Now coming to the worker node 1, if I access the application from worker node 1, you can check with the port numbers 81. Oh, wait. Is 81 working now? It is my public IP address of my worker node 1. 81 is working. Now go for port number 82. Go for port number 83 and go for port number. Sir, all ports are working on worker number 1 or not, sir? Eventually, if you take the worker node 2 also, copy the public IP address, port number 81, port number 82, train, next 83, recharge, sorry, DTH 84. So now all of the servers are serving the applications in all the port numbers or not, sir? How it can be done is, to deploy the application, I use a Docker Compose file, but I deployed on multiple servers. So how this can be done means with the help of the Docker stack concept. Which concept? So that's it. Even if I give the public IP address of all the servers, so for the online, I'm giving the public IP address and port number of all the servers. You can go and you can verify whether these are working for you or not. Online, you can check your chat box, all of you. I have given the 3 different IP addresses. You can verify with all the ports whether you are able to work or not. And even offline, you can also check, but it is not mandatory. You can leave it. There -c call for compose file. Sorry. One replica is enough, even though if that replica got deleted. Yes, yes. Same concept. Here in the compose file, I have given 3 replicas. One will go to manager, one will go to worker 1 will go to worker number 2. That's it. Again for train also, one for manager, one for worker 1 for worker node 2. Again DTH also, one for manager, one for worker 1 and one for worker number 2. That's it. So online, are you able to see the output? Yes, it is working for all of you. Great. Definitely, before compose file only, you need to put -c, Madhu. So this is the way how exactly we are going to do the deployment of Docker. Now tell me, is the microservice deployment clear for all of you? Taking the code to deploy the application? Is writing pipeline easy or not, sir? When it is easy? When you understand the basic syntax called pass. Which one? At the starting of the course, I said you one thing. By the end of the course, you will write pipeline for everything. We write pipeline for Git, Maven, Ansible, even Next is also done. Now Docker also done. In upcoming days, I'm gonna show you how to write pipeline for Terraform also. That's it. So online, how's the project for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box? It was cool, good, clear, easy. Okay. Yeah, you have to practice. By listening, you can understand. But by practicing, you can grab it. Okay, fine. Okay, sir. Then currently you deployed the application. But tell me one thing. Can I able to see the containers from the GUI? You deployed everything from the CLI. You create the containers from CLI, you create the volumes from CLI, you create the network from CLI. But if I want to do everything from GUI, can we do it on Docker? Yes or no? Yes, there is a concept called Docker Portainer. Which one? With the help of that concept called Docker Portainer, you can see everything from the GUI and you can work from GUI also. Let me tell you about the Portainer. But before that, here you can go and see, I'll go for multi-execution mode and I'll be giving the Docker PS command. Are you seeing all the containers are running on all the worker nodes or not, sir? Yes. Okay. So now I'll come to the manager node. What I'll be doing is I'll tell some stack commands for you. So give the command docker stack ls. Currently, what is the stack we deployed? So give the command docker stack service. I mean, like give the command docker service ls. Are you seeing the list of services here? So you can see movies, DTH, train, and so on. Okay. So these are having 3 containers for all these services. So what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you how to deploy the Docker GUI from the Docker. So if you go to the project only, in the project, there is a concept called, which one it is? In the process. At the last, you can see something called as Docker stack. So already we know Docker stack is used to create multiple services on multiple hosts. That means it will create multiple containers on multiple servers with the help of the compose file. This already we've seen. To use Docker stack, we need to initialize the Docker swarm. Without Docker swarm, we cannot do it. Once we remove the stack, automatically the containers are also going to be. For example, if I give Docker stack RM, service will go and containers will be go. I'll show it on later, not now. And we can share the containers from manager to worker node account to replicas. Already you've seen this. From the manager node, if you create stack, that is going to come to replicas. Okay. So here manager node will divide the work based upon the load of a server. So Docker stack deploy, already you've seen. Basically here I have given compose file, but the shortcut is -C. In the pipeline I have given C. Why? Because if I don't give -C, I need to read the complete - compose file. If you want to see the list of containers running for the stack, give the command docker stack ls. This is going to show me the list of stacks. If I give docker stack ps, what is the name of the stack? Paytm. It is going to show me all the containers running on the stack. Paytm DTH container 1 is working on worker number 2. And Paytm DTH container number 2 is working on manager. And movies container number 1 working on manage. So I can be able to see which container is running on which node by using the above command. So now here, I'm not going to remove the stack as of now. Docker stack RM and name of the stack, it is going to remove. In future, I'm going to remove it. But I want to show you something called as portainer. Basically, it is a container organizer designed to make the task easier. So if I want to work in a Docker in a easiest manner, the portainer is the go-to point for it. It is able to communicate with multiple clusters and we can migrate the stack. For example, see, I have my cluster number 1 and I have my cluster number 2. In my cluster number 1, I have the stack called Paytm. Which one? But it is running on my first cluster. I want to migrate the complete stack from cluster number 1 to cluster number 2. I can do with the help of the portainer. So in real time, we don't use it for testing environment. We use it only for production production activities. That too, we use on large companies only. Small companies will never use these kind of things actually. So this portainer will consist of 2 elements. One is portainer server. Second one is portainer agent. These both will be running as a Docker container. See, these both elements run as a lightweight Docker containers on the Docker engine. So coming to the setup process, first of all, you need to have the Docker Swarm with all ports enabled and with Docker engine running. We have Docker Swarm with all ports enabled and with all the Docker engine is running. So guys, to deploy the Docker stack, basically it's application, but the configuration of the application is on the portainer agent stack.yml. If I run this first command, this command will download the file called portainer agent stack.yml. So there you can see the configuration of that portainer. Let me go and run this one. So you can give the command ll. Are you seeing the portainer stack.yml? If I open this file, it will be a compose file. Are you seeing the compose file? Version, services, portainer agent. I'm getting image from here and I'm getting volumes from here. And network is agent network. You can define volume and network like this. If you want to define the volume and network on the compose file, put volumes and where is the volume. And put network, what is the network you want to give. That's it, simply. So deploy globally means deploy on the servers globally. And what is the platform I'm using for the portainer agent means Linux platform. So it is similar to our compose file and it is rewritten by some of the people. We can directly download this and we can directly use it. So no need to write this separately. So now, sir, with the help of the compose file, I'm gonna deploy this portainer as a stack. So what I'm doing now? Give the command docker stack ls. Currently, how many stacks I'm having? One. But if I give the command docker stack, I am deploying the stack called portainer with the help of the compose file called portainer agent stack.yml. Hit enter. Now give the command docker stack ls. Are you getting the second stack? Where you deployed the stack? In my manager node. Now don't do anything. Go to the public IP address of your manager node and paste it on the browsers. You can remove all of them. Port number is 9000. What is the port number? Now directly you can see the dashboard of the portainer. Username will be admin. Password we can give whatever you want. But password will be 12 characters long. Okay. You need to give minimum 12 characters. Once if I log in here, see currently how many stacks I am seeing? 0. And how many containers? How many volumes? Sir, we have a lot of containers and a lot of stacks or not, sir? But why it is not showing means, first of all, it won't show by default. Click on this stack. Click on here. Now see, how many number of stacks you are having? Give the command docker stack ls. Are you seeing 2? Correct. And how many number of containers I'm having? 16. Give the command docker stack ps paytm. So for paytm, how many containers are there? 12. Why? Because 4 services and each service will have 3 replicas. So 4 3 is 12. And coming to the portainer, let's check how many containers I'm having for my portainer. So how many containers I'm having for my portainer here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means tell me 12 plus 4. What is the value? And all of them are running only. Stopped containers are 0. Unhealthy is 0 and healthy is 0. Coming to the volume, how many volumes I'm having? Am I seeing only one volume or not, sir? Yes. Coming to the services, how many services I'm having? 6. Give the command docker service ls. Are you seeing 6 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Are you seeing 6 now? And how many number of images you are having? 17. Go for Docker images. Sir, how many you are seeing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many are there? But how many it is showing now? Sir, why it is showing 17 means Go here and type Docker images. You can see some other images, right? Like that. So total image in the cluster is 17. How many number of networks you are having? 21. Check it out. How many are there? 7 only. How many? For manager, 7. For worker 1, 7. For worker 2 also 7. So total 7 3 is 21. Like that. So that means you can see the complete information of the cluster within the dashboard. So if you click on this home, sir, for example, if I go here and if I want to maximize, I can get like this. For example, I want to see the containers. Go for containers. Are you seeing the complete containers? Sir, what is the command to stop the container? Docker stop container name. That is the command. But if you can select here, go on stop. It's stopping or not, sir? Check it out. Whatever the activities you can do from CLI, I'm going to show you from GUI. Is the container stopped or not, sir? Again, it got recreated. Why? Because replicas we have. If I want to delete the container, what is the command? Docker RM. But click remove here. That's it. The container got removed. Sir, if I want to kill the container, Docker kill. But stop here. I mean, click on kill. Is it killed or not, sir? If I want to remove Docker RM, but here, click on remove. That's it. That means whatever you can do from CLI, are we able to do from GUI or not, sir? What is the command to pause? Docker pause. Here, click on pause. That's it. Is it paused or not? Now, if I want to unpause, click on, oh, wait. Click on ratio. It is going to unpause now. Is it working or not? Sir, again, what is the command to check the logs of a container? Docker logs. But are you seeing the first symbol here? Quick actions. You can see something called as quick actions here. Click on the first symbol. Are you seeing the logs of a container or not, sir? And even you can download the logs also to your local. Okay. Go back. And coming to the, what is the command to get the complete information of a container? Inspect. But click on the second symbol. Click here. Are you getting the complete information of container? Again, go back to the containers. What is the command to check the CPU and memory information? Stats, Docker stat. But click here. Are you seeing the stats here now? You can see the how much of CPU is consumed, how much of memory is consumed. You can check it and refresh it will be for every 5 seconds. If you want to get the information for every 1 second, select here 1 second. For every 1 second, you get the continuous information now. Again, go back to the containers. What is the command to execute a command inside the container? Docker exec, correct or not, sir? But you can go and see here. Click on this one. If I click on connect, automatically I can execute any command now. Click on ls. Is it working now? Click on touch file 1. Is it running here? Are you getting file 1? That means simply activities you done on on CLI can be done with the help of. Now tell me which one is better, working on CLI or working on GUI? Online, which one is better, working on CLI or working on GUI? GUI. Then you can ask me, sir, if working on GUI is very clear, then why you said this many comments? We are a lot of confused, correct or not, sir? But get this doubt right. You know what is the reason? What is the reason I haven't said Portainer till now? No. Guess the reason? Hmm? No. Okay. Real time we use CLI and security. But you know the answer? What is the answer? Sarada. Just for fun. So guys, basically I'll tell you one thing. See, in lot of organizations, wherever you go, we won't prefer like a GUI method. If you go to 100 companies, only 1 or 2 companies will use this kind of approach. But because some people don't explore fully regarding the Docker. But again, whatever the work you do from CLI and GUI, both will be the same. So it depends upon your manager. If your manager want to implement this concept, he can implement. If he said no, we cannot use it. But the standard way for every organization will be using CLI method only. Which method? That is the reason I said CLI first. But to make the task very easy, later I shown you the GUI method. Which method? So anything you can use. Of course, in CLI we create the containers, but in GUI, is it possible? Of course, it is possible. Let me show you. Click on add container. My container name will be Raham. What is the name of the container? Image you can take from Docker Hub. So click on search. You can search a lot of images here. You can take any of them. But what I'll be doing, I have the image already. So already we are having image on the Anirudh account, right? So I'll be taking here Docker images with the tag latest. I'll be taking this image with the tag latest. So now coming to here, you have the best option to deploy. See, you have the chance to select your container want to place on which node. Basically in CLI, we cannot give. Our container can place on any of the random node, but you can choose. I want to place this container only on manager node, select manager node. After that, come to here. So you have something to add here. For example, if I want to interact with the container, I need to use -it. Are you seeing interactive here? Fine. Sir, even though if I want to add volume for my container, click on volume, click on map. So there is a volume. I'm going to create a new volume here. So this volume I can be able to add to my container. You have this option, but I'm not going to select these options here. I don't want to add any kind of volume. Coming to the networking, you have the chance to give the port numbers and you have the chance to select the type of network and you can give. You can add the environment variables, you can add labels, you can add restart policy, you can use runtime resource like CPU and memory allocation. You can give whatever you want. But I don't want to give any additional information. I just want to deploy the container. Automatically container will run now. You can go ahead and see there is a new container that called RAM is running here. Are you seeing the new container got running now? At what time it got created? 1916, that means 716. What is the IP address? 172.17.0.2. It is running on which server? Manager. Okay, like that. Sir, if I want to see all the containers that is running on manager node, double click on it. Are you seeing all the containers running on manager node here? Like that. So guys, you have a lot of things here which you can use for the better purpose. Okay. And apart from that, sir, if I want to create an image, how can I create? Go here, images, click on build a new image. So you can put your code here. I think all of you are having the code, right? For Docker Hub code. So if you go and see, where is the Docker file? Yeah. Take this Docker file, put the code here. And here you need to give the name of the file. What is the name of the file? And the image name I'm going to give it as Raham dummy image. Click on select the file. I mean, sir, already I have given it. So click on build now directly. If you click on build now, automatically the image is going to build. What's going to happen? Image is going to build. This is the one of the options. Second option is you can have the option to build the images from your local file. For example, in your local, if you have Docker file, you can select the file and if you click on open and if you click on build now, automatically it is going to build. Is it building or not, sir? Of course, it got failed. Why? Because I don't have index.html locally. So in a simplest way, what you can do is you can monitor the entire cluster with the help of the port trainer. Which one? And one of the best thing is here, go to the dashboard. In the dashboard, you can see cluster visualizer. Click on this one. In the cluster visualizer, in the manager node, how many CPUs are having? And how much of memory? So here you are having Paytm DTH container, it's running. Movies container is running. Recharge is running. Train is running. Are you seeing all the running containers or not, sir? And you can see the operating system and you can see the status, everything you can see. In a nutshell, Portainer is the graphical user interface for your Docker. Whatever you do on the CLI, same thing you can do on the Portainer, where we can do. That's it. So tell me, is the Portainer really a cool and amazing thing or not, sir? But if you go to any of the other institutes, nobody will teach this one. Huh? Portainer, it is not optional, man. It is better to learn actually. Why? Because you can save a lot of time, right? Every time you can go and you can click the comments, it's not gonna work much. Yeah, but in my company, we use it Portainer only. Because I know how to work with Portainer, so I can go and implement. Okay. And you have the business edition also. You can take it if you have some money. Okay. That's it. And here I can create users based upon the user. I can give restriction also. You have RBAC concept, right? RBAC also we can implement here. For example, if a particular user want to create the containers only, I can give permission for him. You can go for the roles. In the roles, you can give the access. But it is a business feature. By default, you cannot get this kind of things. You need to go for the business account. That's it. Yeah, you can give it. Sir, what about the yesterday craziest factor and database deployment? I said like correct. So first of all, let me show you how to deploy the database in the Docker container. So then I can tell you the fact. Okay. So guys, deploying the database container will be very easy. First of all, if I go to the notes here in the notes, I have given this command already for you. Wait. Let me show you the command. Here is the thing. So give this command directly, execute it. With the help of Docker, I am running the container called MySQL database with environment variable called MySQL root password. See, without MySQL, you cannot log into database. What is the MySQL root password? Raham123. And I am giving it on detached mode, and the image will be MySQL latest image. Now give the command docker exec-it. What is the name of the database? MySQL database. That is a container name. And give /bin bash. Once you log into the shell, give the command installation of MySQL. So directly you can use this one. This is the command to log in for the database. With the help of MySQL, with a username called root. Root is the by default user, and I'm giving the password. What is the password I'm giving here? I'll paste it here directly. Are you into MySQL now? Tell me one thing. Have I installed MySQL here? Have I installed? No. Already MySQL database is on the image. If I use this image to my MySQL container, automatically MySQL will present here. What is the meaning of containerization? Process of packing the dependency to the image. So in this image, already MySQL is installed. I use this image and I create the container. Inside the container, MySQL is working now. If you want me to create database, create database. Name of the database will be Raham. That's it. Now click on show databases. Are you seeing the DB now? So this is the simplest one line command which you can use to create the MySQL database. Again, with the help of Docker run. Basically, the structure, whatever I said, and is going to be difficult, but don't worry. I'll make it very easy for you. Control X. Docker run -it d. Name of the container will be MySQL DB container. Here I'm passing the environment variable. Why? Because without password, you cannot log into database. I'm passing this one. What is the name of the MySQL? So with the help of Docker exec, this is the command to go inside the container of MySQL DB to the bash shell. Directly I am logging to the MySQL database with the username called root. It is predefined and password will be Raham123. You need to give later. So create the database, list the database and delete. If I want to delete, the command will be drop. See, Currently, I create the database called Raham database. So if I want to delete the database, so delete command will not work. You need to give the command drop. There you go. Now Raham DB will not be part of your MySQL. That's it. Is it clear now? Even though if you want to set up Tomcat, take the image, create the container. If you want to set up Nexus, take the image, create the container. I think I showed you Jenkins right already. Whatever you want to install, take the image, create the container. That's it. Anything you can do. Sorry? Hmm? SQL files. That is already maintaining by Docker Hub. Already the people install the everything on the Docker image, they push to Docker Hub. So it is publicly available. You can take it now and you can use it. Okay. And one more thing for today, there is no notes. Why? Because you need to go to my account called Raham Sheikh, DevOps by Raham. There is a repo called Docker MS project. Okay. From here, you have the code, you have the index.html, you have the Docker file, you have the process also, everything you have here. You can take it and you can practice it. Sorry? I'll post it on a Telegram channel for you. So now it's time for our doubts and queries. First of all, again, before going for doubts and queries, is the Docker project clear for all of you, right? No queries. All in, what about you guys? Is it clear for all of you? Can you please confirm me once? Clear, fine. You need to push it to single repo only, no 4 accounts. All of them will be pushed into single repo. I think I shown on the Git also this same thing. Okay, fine. Panina, just now I shown you database deployment only, man, inside the container. And craziest fact, let's discuss tomorrow. Why? Because there are other people waiting for next session to happen. So Padma, please ping to the admin, okay? So he's gonna tell you. I'm not sure about this one, so please ping to admin. And one more thing is, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to deal with Kubernetes. It's gonna be very difficult in the entire DevOps. So the people who is attending from the online, so if you have the chance to come to offline, I will recommend everyone to come to offline only for Kubernetes. Because Kubernetes is not easy, what as you think, like this, all these tools. So if you have a chance, try to come to offline. That is going to be advantage for you. That's it. Kubernetes will take at least 2 weeks. Fine. Okay then. So thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Let's connect on tomorrow's session. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.